Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in another video. A lot of us actually are staying home due to COVID-19 and the pandemic spread around the world. So due to that factor, a lot of people are trying to reduce the spread of the virus by staying at home. So what can we do if we feel bored? What kind of activities do we need to do in order to feel less bored? And these are a few tips that I thought of probably sharing them with you, because these are the tips that I go by when I'm trying to take advantage of the time that I am spending home, and also being a little bit productive, and also do some of the work that I am assigned to do. Now, the first tip that I have for you is try to remind yourself why you're doing this. And this can be done by speaking to yourself out loud. Now, try it. I guarantee you, I promise you, it is going to be one of the best things that you will do to yourself this year. If you always think about what you're doing without speaking to yourself about what you're doing, there's a little bit of difference. Now, when you kind of create this kind of conversation between your subconscious mind and your conscious mind, you kind of like create bond. I know this is a little bit kind of cliche or kind of motivational in some sense, because it is not being practically proven. But the idea is that when you start verbalizing, when you start internalizing, and when you start creating this kind of like bondage between what you're thinking of doing and conversing with yourself about it, this is going to create a great bondage between your subconscious mind that is going to be the architectural engineer. And you need to remind yourself of why you're doing this thing that you're doing. For example, reading or trying to learn a language or something like that. Second, find a rhythm. What do we mean by finding a rhythm? Finding a rhythm means that you need to orchestrate certain time that structures your days and provide a sense of coherence that bolsters our meaning in life. And how can we do that? We can do that by planning things that you need to do, and I've already talked a little bit about it. Go with the flow is also one of the great tips that I should recommend to you. Try something new. It is very important that every day you think of, what should I learn? And I know this is something quite strange to a lot of you, but trying to figure out something that you consider really challenging to yourself, or something that you would never thought of doing or learning, like for example, filmmaking, photography, artificial intelligence, coding. These are quite new fields that require a lot of work, a lot of attention. So try to even touching these fields superficially, but within the domain of your interest, of course. So if you're not feeling interested in these kind of activities, just move to something that's quite interesting. And you can find a long list of activities, hobbies, and fields of science that do not require that much of effort. Connect with others. Connecting with others is based on the principle that everything we know, we have learned from somebody else, because that is going to be a very good chance for you to improve your skills that you have or the ones that you're building. These are a few tips that I thought of sharing with you during this quarantine time that can be useful to you if you want to improve your language, if you're learning some kind of new field that you want to explore more. Have a wonderful day.